It's not good. It's not good. It's not good.
Five Nights at Freddy's 4 was always one of my least favorite games in the series, so naturally I was pretty excited whenever I opened GameJolt and I saw a reimagining of it on there. The game, Knocking on Heaven's Door, was made for Plenty's Game Jam by Soggy Soup. The rules for Plenty's Game Jam were, the game has to be based on isolation or being alone, and the game and all of its visuals must be made within the 14-day time period of the Game Jam, with a team limit of 6 people. Knocking on Heaven's Door is genuinely one of the most unique fan games that I've ever played. It takes the best parts of FNaF 4, which is mostly the atmosphere, and adds on some actual fun gameplay. We play as the bite victim, who is not the crying child this time, but a 7-year-old kid named Lily. Lily was brought to the pizzeria for her birthday, but something bad happened and she woke up in the hospital. Now, I know that a hospital and a bedroom are two completely different settings, but the hospital in Heaven's Door gives off the same eerie vibes that the FNaF 4 bedroom does. Heaven's Door only adds onto it, in my opinion at least. My two biggest fears as a child were hospital rooms and being alone, and this game combines both of them. The room is almost completely dark besides your flashlight and the occasional lightning strike outside. Most of the animatronics are based off of things that a child would have memories of, with Bonnie being based off of a clown, Freddy being based on a rug, and Foxy being based on a wind-up toy. Chica is the sole exception, with her being based on a nurse. Now, I want to get into the gameplay. There's a lot of mechanics in here, so I'm going to try to explain them in the most simple way possible, beginning with the stress bar. The stress bar raises whenever an animatronic interacts with you. When your stress meter gets too full, you'll pass out and have to restart the night. You can lower your stress bar by calling in a nurse, sketching, or using the Old Man Consequences plush. Calling in a nurse completely resets your stress bar, but you have to be careful because there's always a chance that the nurse might be Chica. Finishing a sketch or using the Old Man Consequences plush will raise your noise meter. The noise meter basically just adjusts how aggressive the animatronics are. Speaking of the animatronics, some of them can be fairly confusing to understand if you're playing the game for the first time. The first animatronic, Shadow Freddy, will appear on the TV in the center of the room. He can be fairly hard to spot, but it's usually a pretty easy tell he's active whenever your stress meter starts raising and you don't know why. He's really easy to deal with. You literally just click on the TV, change the channel. Normal Freddy will sit on the foot of your bed until he stands up. But after he stands up, you'll need to shine your light on his head to make him go away. Yeah, no, these two are the least confusing by far. Bonnie's another easy one, but he can be pretty annoying when he's combined with Freddy. He will appear around the room and you basically just don't shine your flashlight on him. If you do though, he'll raise your stress meter. Chica is definitely the animatronic that gave me the most trouble when I was trying to beat the game though. Chica has a chance to be disguised as a nurse whenever they walk in the room, so you'll have to look at the mask and listen to her voice whenever she walks in. This
You'll be okay. Don't worry. You'll feel better soon.
is the nurse's usual voice, and this
You'll be okay. Don't worry. You'll feel better soon.
is what Chica sounds like. Chica's voice is much more bit crushed compared to the actual nurses, which is much easier to tell compared to the masks. Mask options that the nurses have are Lolbit, Old Man Consequences, Happy Frog, Freddy, and Chica. I could almost never tell based off of how they look in the hallways because Chica's hair looks like the sides of the mask, so you'll have to listen for her voice. Foxy is the final animatronic, and in my opinion, the coolest. Foxy will appear in the windows at first, but after that, he'll enter the room and crawl under your bed. While Foxy is crawling out from under the bed, there will be a key on his neck that will stun him depending on how high your noise meter is. If you have no noise, it'll stun him for around 30 seconds. However, if your noise meter is high, it'll only hold him off for a few seconds. After he recovers from being stunned, Foxy will jump on your bed. After Foxy jumps on your bed, you're gonna have to mash your spacebar to fend him off. Foxy almost raises your stress bar to the max whenever he attacks, so you'll need to be careful when he's around. With that being said, Heaven's Door is one of the most unique fan games I've ever played. It's one of the few fan games that I think improves on the standard Five Nights formula. This game is one of the best things that I've seen come out of this fandom, and I really hope that more people pick it up. Now, that's all I have to say. Thank you for listening and have a great night, day, whatever. You know what I mean. Also, it's getting updated soon.